so they were not able to gather at the park. But even before the rally was scheduled to start, counter-protesters, demonstrators, there was a lot of chaos downtown. There were chemical irritants in the air. I was choking on it, so were some other members of my reporting team. So it was a very tense situation and chaotic situation in downtown Charlottesville. Shortly after that unlawful assembly was declared, it seemed that a lot of members of the alt-right were moving over towards McIntyre Park, so it's a little bit away from the downtown area. They were starting to gather over there, so we headed over there, and shortly after we got there, a few other leaders of the alt-right, specifically Richard Spencer and David Duke, were there, and they addressed some of their supporters at McIntyre Park. There were quite a few dozen of them.
I want you to listen because we have a clip.
Were...
Tim, listen to David Duke addressing the crowd. Here's a little bit of what he said.
We are determined to take our country back. We're going to fulfill the promises of Donald Trump. That's what we believed in. That's why we voted for Donald Trump, because he said he's going to take our country back, and that's what we got to do.
All right, so Tim, describe that moment for us.
Well, I think standing there, they were standing on top of a picnic table, so they were surrounded by several dozen other white nationalists. But it was a very chaotic scene, to say the least. Afterwards, during David Duke's speech, actually, there were several counter-demonstrators who showed up at McIntyre Park and were, starting to protest and, yell some slogans. And so there was some sort of infighting happening. There was a lot of verbal disagreements happening, and that verbal tension then became physical after most of the crowd had cleared out. Didn't look like anything too serious in terms of physical harm, but quickly people moved out of McIntyre Park. So it was, again, I would describe yesterday as chaotic in Charlottesville.
School isn't back in session yet. University of Virginia, world-class university. But how would the atmosphere have been different if the students were actually there?
I mean, there's still some students on grounds here for the summer. So I think obviously it's a scary situation for a lot of them who are here. But I can't predict what this would have been like had students been on grounds, had this happened during while school was in session. But again, it's a very tense situation, and you also see a lot of student groups at UVA responding to this, denouncing it, they're reacting in a variety of ways. So I think that this conversation will continue to go on moving forward. And again, on Friday night, we had a torch-lit march that went through our campus.